Hello again, welcome to episode 5 of the Marketplace Chopper Assemble. On the last episode, we got all of our tins mocked up and got it prepped for wiring. As you can see now, the tins are no longer on the bike, they are off getting painted. So now we got everyone's favorite thing to do on a chopper, which is wiring. Boy, oh boy, the fucking wiring. But I'm gonna walk you through it step by step with a couple different diagrams and show you this neat little setup I have here with this fuse panel. But yeah, let's get it wired. Okay, we're gonna use one of these marine style switches from Lowbrow Customs to turn the bike off and on and to crank it. This has multiple terminals on the back of the switch. You have 2 M terminals if you have a magneto. That way you can wire the kill stud to the key switch. You also have a B terminal for your constant power, A terminal for your accessories, and the S terminal for the bump to start, should you wanna crank it with the key switch. And we're gonna mount it using one of these stainless motor mounts from Gasbox. Gonna go right here. But yeah, let's get it mounted. All right, put a little Loctite on these. This is one of the motor mounts, so you don't want this hardware coming loose. All right, slide this key switch into place. Get your mounting hardware for the terminals. Okay, keys out. So these come with this nice chrome bezel. Put it in place, gives it a much cleaner look. So you're gonna take, there's a single flat on the top of the key switch. Line that flat up with the flat on the mount and press it through. Put your bezel in place. Okay, this is gonna be wired up pretty much the same way as our diagram that comes with our builder's box kits. The only difference is instead of using a cloth wire, I'm gonna use a 16 gauge GXL, and instead of an accessory circuit breaker, I'm gonna use an accessories fuse panel. And I've put this diagram together. It's a very, very rough diagram, but it'll kind of show you how we're gonna do it. Step by step, let's get each wire in. The first wires I'm gonna run are to this 15 amp circuit breaker here. This is what's gonna connect the charging system to the positive side of the battery. It's also gonna provide key switch power, but I've already cut the voltage regulator wire to length and added a ring terminal to it. So you're gonna run that to the auxiliary side of the circuit breaker here. All right, the first thing I'm gonna connect is this battery jumper here. This is gonna go from the positive battery terminal to the brass stud on this circuit breaker. This is what is gonna provide key switch power, and it's also gonna connect the voltage regulator to the battery. Okay, I've already cut all my wires to length, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with the key switch power wire. That's gonna go from the 15 amp circuit breaker on the same side as the voltage regulator wire, and that's gonna run to the B terminal on the key switch. But just kind of mock it up and just secure it with tape. And then at the end, we'll put the loom on it and put all the connectors in place. Went ahead and cut these with a little extra slack. That way we can cut it off. Rather it be too long than not long enough. All right, next we're gonna run our accessory power. It's gonna be a black with a white tracer. This is gonna run from the power stud on the left side of the fuse panel up to the A terminal on the key switch. All right, the 3 wires that are gonna be run to the key switch, I'm gonna cut these the same length. All right, now you're gonna feed your green wire. This goes to your starter. So the starter's directly under the oil tank. So leave just enough slack so you can go to where it plugs in. It's difficult to see. Just leave a little bit of slack. It's better to have too much than not enough. And that's where you're gonna put your starter connector. But we'll come back to that one. Once you get that fed, clip the green to the same color as the other two running to the key switch. And that's all the wires going to the key switch. So you got red going to the B terminal, you got black with a white tracer going to the A terminal, and green going to the S terminal. Okay, now that we have our charging system hooked up, our accessory power hooked up, and key switch power hooked up, we're gonna start wiring in our accessories. We're gonna start with the headlight, then the coil, then the tail light. Okay, the fuse panel I'm using has a place for 4 different accessories. We're only gonna use 3 though. So headlight power is blue. So keep enough slack there because you still gotta put the ring terminal on. I have no idea how bright this headlight is, so I'm gonna run this to the low beam for now. If we had a 3-position toggle switch, which I might come back to and get, you can use both of these. You can run your power wire to the toggle switch and then the 2 wires coming off the toggle switch so you can switch between high beam and low beam, but just ignore what I just said because we are only running the low beam for now. Terminal 2 will be for the coil. Use white with a black tracer, but this is going to go to the 12-volt power source on the coil, which will be the white side with the Dyna 2KI. All right, and the last wire we're going to run on the fuse panel is going to be for the tail light power. So feed it through down here because the brake switch is mounted just behind the transmission. So run that there. Stick it to the brake switch. Like I said, it's better to leave a little bit of slack on these. And we'll be going to the 3rd accessory on the fuse panel. All right, now that all the wires are fed to where they need to go, I'm gonna pull everything off the bike and get it all loomed so it's nice and uniform, and then I'm gonna put all the ring terminals and connectors in place and put it back on the bike. Put these wires on the key switch here. Red is going to the B terminal. It's going to be your constant hot. Your accessory, which is black with the white tracer. It's going to go to the A terminal, which is this one here. Make sure they're not touching. Green wire, which is the S terminal. Running up the frame. All right, we're gonna put the white with the black tracer onto the coil with a Dyna 2KI ignition system. This is gonna go to the positive side with the white wire, like so. All right, that was a pretty tight spot that I had to feed this wire through. So I'm gonna put the starter connector on now that it's fed through. Okay, and now this will plug in. This one, it's above the starter. Some of them it's below the starter, but on this one, it's above it. All right, I'm gonna bend this up. It is at a weird fucking angle. So tuck the slack out of the way. Okay. I think we're ready for the battery. Okay, the stock ground on this thing is incredibly fucking long. but I can cut it down later. For now, let's just get it in there. All right, see what we got. Got headlight. Damn, that's low beam, that's bright as shit. Let's see. Motor turns over. I won't be able to test fire it until the fuel tanks are back from paint, and won't be able to wire up the tail light until the fender is back from paint and we can mount the tail light. But yeah, everything else is getting power. Coil's got power, headlights got power, the jumper for the tail light that goes to the brake switch, that's got power, motor turns over. But yeah, everything seems good. Only thing left to do is to shorten these fucking battery leads that are way too long, and we're good to go. Okay, that's Softail chopper wiring. Tune in next week when we get our tins back from paint, and that will be the final episode. We can turn this Softail into a hard as fuck chopper. Stay tuned.